Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Futures Brizio here. It is now just before 4 o'clock on Friday, June 28th. Last trading day of the month for June. Crazy, halfway through the year already. So, hope everybody's doing well and had a great day. And before we get started, as always, hit that like, smash that like button. Really helps out the channel. And of course, if you're just finding the channel for the first time, click subscribe and ring that bell notification icon so you get notified when I post new content. And I am trying to be more regular on doing so. At least I have been this week. Let's see if I keep it up. But anyway, so just going to do just a really quick market review. So you can watch the video I made this morning on the pre-market or the early market update just to kind of go back and see what I was thinking this morning. And but for now, we'll just talk about a couple of trades I took and just kind of where we ended up going on the day. So we'll start off here with natural gas. Now, I did not have this asset this morning on my morning checklist that I did on the first video. So this will be kind of a new one here to show you guys. And there was a really good trade, as you can tell. I'll talk about. It was very late getting into it because I wasn't home, quite frankly. I had an alert set, and even when the alert went off, I just didn't see it. I was actually out having coffee with a couple of people, and it just by the time I saw the alert and took the trade on my phone, it had already moved, but still was profitable. But I did leave quite a bit on the table, and I just closed all these out for the weekend. So let's look at natural gas. So again, this is 7 a.m. Sorry, guys, with the microphone. This was 7 a.m. this morning, and you can see we're trending up, and this is the 5-minute chart of natural gas. And so, again, looking at Heikin Ashi smooth candles, I kind of looked at this as you'd be looking at this as kind of a structure level. And you can see price made a run up just early in the session. So this was probably like 8 a.m. New York time. And then we just immediately broke down and trended down the rest of the day. And so really your entry really should have been back here based on this. You can see where I got in down here and out just about 15 minutes ago. On the day it's pretty much over, obviously, on the day. And so it was near the lows of the day, so I'm happy. But you can see I left quite a bit on the table. But the setup, anyway, is very clear. Jumps right off the page at you. And it's a low-risk trade. You enter on the break of this structure, put your stop up here. In case you're wrong and it just bounces, that's fine. You could just, get out. And you can see we never got any bullish Heikin Ashi candles going down here until we got way down here. And even these were, inconsequential, just little tiny pullbacks here. There was nothing bullish. Even these right here, you can see the wicks on both sides, again indicating just kind of weaker corrective price action. So that was that trade. I kicked myself a little bit. I didn't get in sooner, but it is what it is. So, I did have a little FOMO moment where I did get in, and fortunately it worked out, but it's not ideal. So on the Dow, I did not take any trades on the Dow. So we had news this morning when I made the video. We were coming out of this zone, and you can see, this was where we started off this morning. The news came out here. We rallied for whatever this is, an hour plus. Came up here, and then we had this structure break. If I was going to trade this, and again, I wasn't home. I did not trade this at all, just to be honest. But again, it would have been a good trade. This would have been the entry right here on the break of this structure on the M5. And you can see price did go down up until about a half hour ago where it started rallying back. And this is probably more just profit taking and short covering for the day. It's not, obviously, this time of day, this is not a real impulsive move. This is just people just getting out for the weekend and accelerating price back up. So, but this would have been a good trade, but I did not take it, in all honesty. So, but again, a very clear setup. Okay, and then on to gold. So with gold, I guess technically there probably would have been an entry right here. Where price was just chopping around in here, but we didn't really make a new high right here, so I wasn't really comfortable with this level. Although it in hindsight obviously would have been good to get in right here. But I chose this level down here. And again, the reason why my horizontal line is here and not right up against this Heikin Ashi wick is because the actual candlestick wick came down here and I wanted that to be broken. So I got in as soon as it broke. Price did retrace for a little bit, chopped around again, came back again, but eventually went down, and I just closed it again a little while ago at the lows. So again, probably a more better R to R entry would have been here. But again, I just didn't see a clear new high put in here to really consider this a valid swing. Although, again, with the Heikin Ashi candles being wicked on both sides here, it definitely does show weak price action. So this would have been, in hindsight, a good place to enter. And, maybe instead of entering right here, you would have, instead of entering here, you would have entered here. So it would have been, maybe 5 or 10 minutes earlier. And maybe the difference of, about 3 points. So it's not a huge difference, but, hey, again, it was a winning trade, and that's all that matters. But it wasn't as clear in terms of the better entry here as this one was. So that was gold. And then last we had copper. So again, with copper, we had a violation of the structure right here or right here, anywhere in this area right here. That is where I actually, there was an initial entry here, then price pulled back. I actually, I don't know why it's not showing. I actually got in right here initially on the break of this structure, and I had my stop just on the other side of this line, which was really stupid, and I got stopped out. But I still was convinced this was going to go down, so I just waited for this correction to end. And then as soon as it broke this level, the second time I jumped in, you can see my entry right there, and I got out again at the lows about 15 or 20 minutes ago. So those were my 3 or 4 trades. A few winning trades. I did have a loser in there on this guy that I did not have a good stop loss placement initially, so I got knocked out of that, but in the volatility. But I did get back in again. And the Dow was a missed opportunity, quite frankly. So, but hey, like I said, can't catch them all, and that's the way it goes. So, but all in all, pretty good day for a Friday, I have to say. Not bad. Prices did continue to move, really up until just a little while ago. So, really, considering a Friday afternoon in the summer, things usually peter out pretty quick. But they held in there, and I was happy about that. And I didn't set any take profit levels. I just let these things run. And finally just came back to my charts about 20 minutes ago to close everything out for the week. And honestly, when I sat down here a little while ago, I had no idea where these trades were at. But I didn't get any notification on my phone about being stopped out of any of them, so that was a plus. But of course, they could have been in drawdown or break even. But fortunately, they were all in profit, and I was happy about that. And again, the setups are all very obvious and clear. And again, that's why I like Heikin Ashi Smooth. Although again, you could use regular candlesticks. I just think this is even more clear than using the regular candlesticks, and just really paints those entries and jumps right off the page at you. But again, you don't have to. You can use regular candlesticks or any other type of candlestick that you want, or regular Heikin Ashi or whatever you feel comfortable with. It's just what I prefer. But like I said, I also don't ignore the candlesticks either. I definitely turn them on and off just to confirm levels. Again, like I've said multiple times, to confirm levels, take profit areas, stop loss areas, etc., etc. So there's no substitute for looking at the candlesticks on occasion. I just don't feel a need to look at them exclusively and kind of miss all this other stuff. So when the Heikin Ashi Smooth is going to tell me 90% of what I need to know. So and do it in a much, to me, a much cleaner fashion on the chart. I'm a very visual person, and this just works for me. So anyways, guys, I will leave it there, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Any questions, comments, again, leave them down below. If anything else you want me to cover, And, certainly, again, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And again, I hope you all have a good rest of the day and weekend. And we'll be back next week. All right, take care, guys.